Oh, hello, Ty. It's been awesome. We had some great people have got funded so far. We have about 10 people in the queue to get funded, and the process has been great. The process has been awesome. We have an average of about 70, 80,000 right now. And then we're showing people how to really fast track their real estate success within those 18 months of having this funding. Because within 18 months, it comes with 0% interest for 18 months. So if you understand the value of that, being able to use other people's money at 0% interest, there's a lot of damage you can do in the real estate world.
Hey, that's the name of the game. As you say, credit is the gateway to wealth.
It is. Yes,
Hey,
it
for
is.
those that may be even discovering you, and quite naturally, even me, for the first time, let's get into what we're actually talking about. If you want to go over that, because they can refer back to the older videos, which I'll put those links in the description of this particular video. But just sort of go over what you're actually offering, because it's a wide range of things, but the nuts and bolts of it, most people are here on the fix and flip side of the game, which you offer more than that, which we're getting into that also.
Absolutely, absolutely. So as you know, it's easy to buy and sell real estate with absolutely no money. I'm sure there's a lot of videos on this Flippinar that talks about wholesaling real estate. But what we want to do is get those individuals from the wholesaling stage to the next stage, and that's flipping real estate, flipping that project, finding that project, fixing that project, and flipping that project. And a lot of times people never get started because they don't have enough resources to handle the down payment, closing cost points, and all the expenses associated with flipping real estate. So I realized that was a gap for many people to get to the next level, is that they just didn't have enough money, or they didn't want to take the risk. But not even that. Being a financial advisor and understanding how the wealthy move their money and how they use their money, you don't want to use your money. You want to leverage your money. Your money needs to be the last resort, and you want to take the risk using someone else's money. To me, that's just a better thing to do. Like, I'd rather take a risk with someone else's money. But what I love about real estate, I don't even feel like I'm taking a risk, because numbers don't lie. So with our program, we have a program to help individuals to be able to understand how to finance their real estate fix and flip at 100% of OPM, which is other people's money. And that's what it's about. And we able to provide that program for individuals who have a 680 or higher credit score. But guess what? We do not turn anybody around because we want everyone to get to that point of having a 680 credit score. And doesn't matter what your score is, it is fixable. So at the end of the day, you may be at 580 today, but going through our program, you can hit that 680 in 30, 60, 90 days. So at the end of the day, this program helps you to be able to get the resources you need, which is the money you need to be able to do these fix and flips.
Okay. Go into how you combine the funding to do an actual transaction. I guess even go back to the point. Well, yeah, let's go into that. Then I'll ask the other question. Just go into how you combine the hard money and then the gap funding or whatever. And some people may not even know what hard money is, so you may want to go into that.
Yes, that's a great question, because that's one of the questions that I get a lot with this program, is thinking that the gap funding is used to buy real estate. But no, you don't want to use your gap funding to buy a full piece of real estate using a revolving debt line. You really want to understand how to couple the two, and that's why we call it creative financing, because any great deal will get funded. There's no deal, there's money for every good deal. And that's why I try to help people to understand, if the numbers make sense, if the deal makes sense, there's a lender that will fund it. But guess what? No lender is going to fund you at 100%. They will fund you at 100%, but at 100% thinking that you absolutely have to put no money up. Usually you have to at least put up the closing costs or points if they finance you at 100%. But what we're showing you is how to be able to finance these deals at 100% by coupling a hard money loan with gap funding. And what I mean by that is most hard money lenders will give you money to purchase real estate. They'll give you money to purchase the property, and they'll give you money to rehab it. Usually they'll give you up to 90-80% loan to cost, or 90-80% of the purchase price, and 100% of the rehab amount, where you still have to put some skin in the game. So a lot of times people never get started in real estate because they don't have the skin to put in the game. So we couple the gap funding. So what we do is help you understand how to leverage your credit to receive up to $150,000 of unsecured credit. And then we show you how to extract that money off the lines right into your business bank account. And when you do that, it turns into cash. And you can use that cash for the down payment, the 10% of the 20% down payment that is needed to qualify for that hard money loan. Not only that, I show you how to also use the gap funding to take care of the monthly payments for over 4 to 6 months until you flip that property out. So all we're doing is showing you how to manage debt. And if you understand how to manage debt and you manage it effectively, in the first 18 months, you should be able to flip at least 3 to 5 deals. My focus with everybody is to show everybody how to make 6 figures in an 18-month period using 100% of other people's money, other banks' money. And that's what we do, and we call it creative financing by coupling those two programs together. And that allow you to be able to finance your deal at 100%.
Boom. That explains it. All right, so let's take them through the process of accessing, because people reach, from what we did before, which I created, I guess you would say, the gateway through my challenges, so you and I can separate from what you already have going on and the people that I send to you. But fundmynextdeal.com. Basically, when someone goes there, there's a short video of me explaining what you need to do. You submit your name, email address, and phone number, and it takes you over to Reunekia's website, and then that's where the process starts. So let's make sure that they understand what the process is and what to look for, and make sure they're checking their spam and promotional boxes also. Whoa, I got to do some house cleaning. Don't forget about the 200 plus videos that you can take advantage of right here on my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, tap the bell, select the option, depending on what type of device you're on, to make sure that you're receiving all of my notifications. So whenever I go live, you're notified, and whenever I upload new videos, you will be notified. Every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, join Adrian and myself on my live Flippinars, where you can get your questions answered about real estate investing, along with wholesaling, of course. If you like podcasts, make sure you get over to flipmanpodcast.com for Android and Apple devices. If you want a copy of the one-page contract for free that I've used since 2003, get over to flipman.net. That's flipman.net. You can also check out my options for courses and coaching. If you're doing direct mail, or if you're thinking about doing direct mail, this is the route you need to go. Imagine if a seller receives this actual mailer from you, and it has a picture of their actual property that you're targeting on this mailer. The chances of you being called by that seller goes up tremendously. To get access to these and get a 10% discount on your first order, get over to mailtoflip.com. That's mailtoflip.com. If you're actually looking for funding for flipping, fundmynextdeal.com. That's fundmynextdeal.com. If you need proof of fund because you're dealing with real estate agents, realpof.com, realpof.com. Back to the video.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking that question as well, because we get a lot of those questions. So what to expect, guys? You're going to go to fundmynextdeal.com, which is the Flipman and Ty Taylor, I guess, website to get to my website. But once you get to my website, the first tab is unsecured lines of credit. You're going to input your information on that tab. From there, you're going to get an email that pretty much gives you instructions on how to get started with the program. Also, I'm going to make sure that one of my wealth consultants, or myself, most likely going to be one of my wealth consultants, who's going to give you a call within a week of that submission. But most importantly, when you submit your information, you get our contact information directly to our office. If you have any questions right then and there, and you cannot wait for one of our consultants, please give us a call immediately. If you need any of your questions answered, you get our direct office number once you submit your information on our site. Give us a call. We are always there and by our phones to answer any of your questions. And then what happens is you submit your information, and that email may go into your spam or promotion folder. So take a look into the spam or promotion folder as soon as you submit your information on our site. You will get that email if you submitted your information, which is your email address, correctly on our site. You will get an email that may go into your spam or promotion folder. But once you get that email, it's going to give you instructions on submitting your information over to us so you can get a credit analysis. So the first step is to analyze your credit, determine if you are in qualifying position. And if you are in qualifying position, you will get a call from myself or one of our wealth consultants on moving forward. But everybody will get an email, which will be your credit analysis. In that email will give you a solution to what needs to be done in order to get you in qualifying position. Everyone get a tailored credit solution. If you are not in qualifying position, we give you a blueprint plan of what needs to be done to boost you up past that 680, 690. I want everyone to understand, I don't care what your credit score is. Our job is to boost you into qualifying position. Do not die with bad credit, because you are only limiting yourself and what you can do and go out here and accomplish. If you're only using your cash, you're limited to the amount of cash that you have. And I have heard a lot of horror stories behind running out of money because people did not finance their deals right. So if you understand, my motto will always be, credit is the gateway to wealth. Credit is the gateway to wealth. So once you submit your information over to us, we're going to analyze your credit. We're going to give you a tailored credit analysis. And if you're ready to move forward, we'll give you a call on regarding the next step, which will be assign a funding team. You'll have a portfolio manager. You'll have a funding advisor. And you'll always have myself as a financial advisor, funding advisor, real estate advisor, all the 9 yards. So you'll have a full team that is dedicated to maximizing your credit in order for you to get maximum funding so you can go out there and invest in real estate and build and jumpstart your real estate career.
Great answer. All right. So the other thing that I wanted to make sure that we covered was okay, someone gets approved for funding. Now, you don't just want them to go out there, because this money is yours at the end of the day, the individual that has gotten approved for funding. Now, you're not obligated to deal with me. You're not obligated to deal with her beyond the real estate, but Reunekia's goal and my goal is for you to succeed, because if you succeed, whether it's just you simply telling someone about it is enough for us or whatever, and obviously you changing your situation. So explain to them their level of experience in real estate and what probably needs to happen depending on where they are in the process of understanding how to find a deal, simple as making an offer, as simple as placing it under contract, and then obviously, getting your contractors in place to do the work for you, which can be a mountain in itself. So just sort of go, if you will, go through that process of the real estate side of it after the funding has been approved, or whatever the amount is?
Absolutely, absolutely. Great question. So what we do, our focus is we are an advisor company. So our focus is to make sure you understand exactly what you are doing and how to maximize the profits with this funding option. So with this funding option comes with an 18-month fast track investment plan. And what we do, we sit down with each individual who's going through funding to make sure that they understand exactly how to utilize the funds in order to maximize profits. So we sit down and make sure you have a marketing strategy. Make sure you understand exactly what you are investing into. Do you understand your backyard? Do you understand which pockets that you want to go into and invest into? Because it's all a numbers game. You have to understand that the most important part behind this particular program is the first 18 months at 0% interest. I came up with the conclusion that realistically, you should be able to flip anywhere from 3 to 5 deals in an 18-month period. 3 deals on the low end, that's a deal every 6 months, which is way more enough time to be able to flip your first deal. We also take it a step farther to make sure you have an investment team, your real estate team. It's a very, very important piece. Do you have 3 contractors in place? Do you have 3 real estate attorneys? Do you have 3 real estate agents to make sure that you're running your comps right? Do you have the right marketing strategy to make sure that you're getting the right deals at the right price? Do you understand the numbers behind being able to understand how to invest into a good deal? What is a good deal? We go through all those things because we want to ensure that you have the proper understanding to go out there and win. Because you get $70, $80, $100,000 and you blow it, trust me, it's going to be hard to get out that hole. And that's what we're not trying to do. If they've given us an opportunity to put $70, $80, $100,000 in your hand, do not blow it. Put yourself on a better playing field. Build the right foundation. And I always say a mistake is more costly than a mentor. So I encourage people, if you just getting into the real estate and you have great credit and you're going through this particular funding option, connect with a mentor. Get back with someone like Ty himself or myself or anyone around you. Connect with someone. JV your first deal so someone can teach you what to do and what not to do. Because I promise you, I lost so much money in the earliest stage of my career that I understand what not to do, but I also understand that I was hungry. And because I was hungry, I got out there and made a lot of mistakes. But those mistakes got me where I am today. But you don't need to make mistakes today. There's too many mentors out there. There's too many people that's willing to connect with you. Don't underestimate a mentor if you're just getting into this game, because you could lose a lot of money on your first couple of deals than the payment to connect with the mentor. So those are the things that we go over because we want to ensure that you have the proper knowledge and understanding and foundation to go out there and win.
Also, I guess you, even though this is all real estate related, the funding can be used for either a startup or an existing business also. Someone may have the credit, the debt ratio needed to get funding for a startup and or an existing business. So, I just want to make sure you cover that also, because I know you get involved in that also. If someone's watching this and they say, well, I'm not interested in real estate, I'm already doing this, or I want to do this or whatever. So.
Absolutely. And that's what I love about this program, because it's unsecured. No financials is required. You're able to leverage your credit to get up to $150,000 with absolutely no financials required. No bank statements, tax returns, collateralized asset, income verification. I mean, you can qualify for up to $150,000 of unsecured line of credit. And what I mean by unsecured is not collateralized with an asset like real estate. So you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. But what we do is encourage you and make sure that you're using this for good debt versus bad debt. And you're able to use this for a startup company. You can use this to expense your wholesale expenses that is needed to even start your wholesaling marketing. You can use it for a company that you already have that needs working capital go to the next level, it is used for real estate or business. So this is a great creative option to help you jumpstart your business, to take your business to the next level, or to jumpstart your real estate business, or to leverage your real estate business that you already have going on with using other people's money.
Well, I didn't even think about it in that way, Reunekiea, in the sense that even though the main purpose of this was on the fix and flip side, but I never even, I guess I could have thought about it. You probably, well, you just said it. I guess someone could use it because a lot of times people get into wholesaling and you can literally do deals with no money. If you're gator enough to sit down there and pound out calls to maybe landlords, because I really don't like to focus, but people do it though. They'll focus on properties that are for sale and can put deals together that way that are active for sale. It's a lot more difficult, and I try to stir people away because I don't want them to get discouraged. But if you're one of those people that can sit there and pound out 100 calls in a day, then you're gonna do deals. You're just gonna do deals. There's just no way around it. You just gotta have the patience. So I guess the point what I'm trying to make is, even though the gap funding would be used for a fix and flip, but I guess technically, wholesaling is a business. You could just use, you may get approved for, we'll just say 60,000, but you use 5,000 of that, maybe over a 3-month period just for marketing and wholesaling, whether it's direct mail, banner signs, pay-per-click online or whatever, and so on. So and then obviously more than likely, your first deal would be able to pay that $5,000 off, and you shouldn't have to touch that money anymore because the business will keep recharging your actual marketing budget. So again, I didn't think about it in that way, that you could use that for funding as for getting your wholesaling marketing off the ground also.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad we talked about that, because it is an option to be able to use. And even though we talk about flipping real estate with absolutely no money, you can flip real estate with absolutely no money. But if you really look at this business, even your wholesale business as a business, and be able to allocate marketing dollars, you're really going to take your real estate to the next level. So you can use this for marketing dollars. You can use this to market. I mean, just like fix and flip, looking for deals and fix and flip is the same way to look for deals as a wholesaler. So with that said, you need money to put those bandit signs out. If you want to do yellow letters, whatever it is you want to do, you're able to use this funding to supplement the income that is needed for the expenses to jumpstart your business. So that's a great strategy.
Most definitely. So you're going to join us tonight?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I'm super excited to join the Flippinar tonight. So bring your questions. We're looking to help you. I want to help you get to the next level. So bring your questions, bring your deals, whatever it is that you have, bring it to the table. We're looking to definitely help you all tonight. Okay,
well, we're going to wrap this up, even though they're going to probably see this after tonight, whatever I cut it or whatever. That's fine. Whatever, but you'll be on another one. So come every Thursday night or whatever. Yes. So anything else you would like to share before we end this one, because we'll be doing more, but anything else you'd like to share?
Job on this, informing people about the creative strategy that's available, and look forward to speaking with you all tonight.